asked to talk a little bit about the returning dimension, which is what we're here for tonight. And obviously coming back from a place like China, it's very important to keep networks alive and active. And organisations like Advance, Asialink, Australia-China Business Council, extremely important in keeping those networks and relationships active. But it's really, at the end of the day, there is no substitute for personal engagement on the ground with these countries and societies. And that has to be encouraged. People have to go and build their own relationships. China, probably more so than many other places in Asia, but not exclusively, business is done through networks, through relationships, and guanxi. And that disappears very quickly when you're not on the ground. So it's a real challenge if you want to keep engaged with China to keep the guanxi network active and still valuable.
In my experience, by its very nature, working in Asia is volatile, complex, uncertain and ambiguous. The competencies that are required to succeed in this environment include things like personal resilience, building partnerships and networks, developing a global mindset, leading and working virtually, accepting the challenge of change, and a strong learning agility. What you might notice from that list is this reflects the competencies that we expect in any leader today. So are you seizing the opportunity to build such bench strength in your organisations? I actually think there's a lot of Asian capability in our market. I think some of it probably just doesn't get talked about. Akin to the examples that Tim gave, and the million or so Australians that come back. How many of those are in Asia? You look at walk down the street. How much of our own population of our own major cities now is Asian? So I think there's a lot of Asian capability. I think it's maybe just, for whatever reason, we don't talk about it in a constructive way.
I think for professional services, the challenge is always understanding your client and understanding the Australian practice and your Chinese client, what they really want, how to deal with them. Sometimes they could be very demanding, and I wouldn't say that's sometimes got an integrity issue, but it's very challenging. They always want to cut down the price, they want the same services. You have to negotiate carefully, maintain a good relationship. I think the understanding and the real insight of your client are really important.